Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to St. Kitts and Nevis versus the Bahamas in Group B of 2026 CONCACAF World Cup qualifying round 2. St. Kitts and Bahamas walking out. Bahamas playing at home. Will St. Kitts bounce back tonight? Or will the Bahamas, after getting a goal against Trinidad, their last match, score more than one and get it done? How we doing, Winfo? First of two games we're doing tonight. Should be a fun grouping of games. The last day of CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers for the first match round window. Then we have to wait next year for the second half of round 2. 365 days for, well, probably under that for round 2. But there you go. Lineups are as follows. For St. Kitts and Nevis, we got Giuliani Archibald in goal. Malik Roberts, Ethan Bristow, Andre Bailey, Luis Maynard. Galene Amory, Johannes Mitchum, Mervyn Lewis, Romain Sawyers, Omari Sterling James, and Harrison Paniatu. For Bahamas, in goal we have Michael Butler. We have Alexiu Cartwright, Jonathan Miller, Jean Tilo, Evelt Julmis, William Gardner, Michael Massey, Brandon Adderley, Leslie St. Fluid, Wood Julmis, the goal scorer against Trinidad, and Jordan Wilson up top. Oh my. 4-0 Morocco on FOTMob's SofaScore. Moroccan TV says 3, so I guess they scored 3. How we doing, Henry? Oh, by the way, y'all think I was joking? Told you I was buying a tactics board. Told you I was buying a tactics board. $30 tactics board from Amazon in the house. No, I wasn't joking. There you go. Okabe, 2 goals, saw both. Well, good. Messi versus Ronaldo, the first most forced GOAT debate in my eyes. Fair. That's fair. It was always there, but here we go. There you go. One of the Congo defenders on Flash Score and SofaScore has no club noted for him. Well, that doesn't surprise me. That's not a surprise. Oh, the funny story about this one, it came from Olive Branch, Mississippi. Yeah, no joke. It's shipped from Olive Branch, Mississippi. This tactics board. My home state. How ironic. My home state is where it came from. That's the craziest thing. Lineup for St. Kitts: Archibald, Bristow, Burley, Maynard, Roberts, Amory, Mitchum, Lewis, Sterling James, Paniatu, Soares. Seriously, that's crazy. Like, seriously though, like, when I saw it was being tracked, it said from Olive Branch, Mississippi, which is closer to South Haven, but the fact that it came from my home state is just the most ironic thing. You could probably ever North Carolina FC playing. Starting for Bahamas, Butler, Tilo, Gardner, Everett, Julmis, Cartwright, Massey, Wilson, Miller, Adderley, Wood, Julmis, Leslie, St. Fleur, Raheem. Maybe. I don't see a Raheem on the... You got me confused. Shouldn't you know your guys? Also, there's a futsal side of it, too. So, 7-on-7? Mm-hmm. Game's about to kick off. Raheem Summersall. Thought Mob doesn't have Raheem Summersall. Self-score does for team list. I think, doesn't he play for North Carolina, though? Teams are about to kick off. St. Kitts in red. Bahamas in the yellow. Actually, wait. That's genius. That might be genius, actually. But have y'all seen Asian World Cup qualifying? North Korea's second under Japan. Well, that's interesting. North Carolina is second under Japan. North Korea. I say North Korea. North Korea. I've seen it all. I know they've made the World Cup once, but I don't use SofaScore enough to tell you. I use it very rarely. The game's about to kick off.
Good to go?
Yep. Here we go. 0-0. We're off. $16 seconds in, they're playing forward. I'd be mad. Haven't they? They've done it before, and I've been mad, so I don't. Okay. I think you know how I feel about that. You've been here long enough. If you've been here long enough, you know how I feel about that. If you don't, well, no, I hate it. Is it raining like a mug down there? I don't know. Somebody wearing a damn poncho. Either they're doing that to replace a penny or I don't know. For a Vietnam match, a pen was being taken against the Vietnam keeper. Ball was supposed to go bottom left. It just went wide. Well, I can see that being possible. Yeah, I can see that one. It's not too weird. Playing forward here. St. Kitts and Nevis and Bahamas looking to get a good result here. Because honestly, both teams need it. St. Kitts needs to bounce back. The Bahamas, well, they got stomped out by Trinidad. Could have been by more, but 7-1 would do it. Do you see USA not scoring versus Brazil? After the last game, no. I don't see it. I don't see the USA scoring against Brazil, not after the last game, no. I think it's Going to be very, very sad to watch for USA fans. For Brazil fans, they'll be like, hey, maybe we are better off with Dorival. But for USA fans, they're going to be wanting to rip their hair out, which... Playing forward here, that's going to be cleared away by the Bahamas. Chipped up, but St. Kitts get it back. My God, this game is already okay. This game is already not great. Raheem Somersault isn't playing at all today, which is sad. Yeah, he's one of their better players. It sucks that he ain't, or at least at the Gold Cup. Over the bar! Right at the mouth of goal. And just sent over the bar by Peniatu. Is that supposed to be one of their better players, one of their new refuerzos who are really good, who chose to play for St. Kitts, and he puts it over the bar from inches out. That's a great way to start a game. Oh, Lord, this one looks like this is going to be fun to watch. I'm joking. It doesn't. It's going to be one of those games. It's going to be one of those games. Will Jordan qualify for the World Cup? I need to see the Asian standings before I say anything about that. Cross in. Probably not the FIFA Plus in the USA. No, CONCACAF's YouTube channel. At least for these. What I don't get is why the first round games weren't on YouTube if they show these on YouTube. That's what I don't get. Is CONCACAF doomed to fail Copa? Seeing how most of them recently performed. Canada, maybe not. Canada, maybe not. USA, I could see it. Mexico, I could see it. Jamaica, no. I think Jamaica plays better the better teams they get. Panama, yeah. I mean, the way they played against Montserrat, yeah. Yeah, they may. Costa Rica, probably. Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I know you weren't the one who was asking, but I said Monday, and guess what? Yesterday was Monday, and I did, so. That's all I said. Do you want Mexico and Jamaica to advance out of their group? I do. Do I think it'll happen? It's 50-50. I think Jamaica's going to get out of the group. It's Mexico I'm worried about. It's Mexico I'm worried about. Playing forward is St. Kitts. I don't think... I mean, yeah, Mexico did come back on Brazil before blowing the game, but it's better than getting 4-0 by Uruguay, but you know what? Playing forward here, St. Kitts and Bahamas. Thank God this isn't the one I'm reviewing, because Jesus Christ, if I was. Let's hope British Virgin Islands and Dominican Republic is better. Who's to say it will be? Probably not. Shot over the bar. Venezuela could surprise everyone, and Ecuador is decent. That's my point. That's my point. That's why I said 50-50. They can play better than I expect. Some people expect. Like on paper, yes, Mexico and Jamaica should get out of the group. On paper, yes. Will they? Don't know. 3-0 Portugal, Cristiano, 50th minute. Well, there you go. Probably because the big three aren't playing. And besides, if Paramount Plus has rights to anything, it's probably just the third round. But then again, they had rights to everything last time. And the big three didn't play. Or two of the big three didn't play until Octo. But those Canada games must have done well then. But maybe since the big three don't have to qualify, Paramount Plus could give less of a shit. Could give less of a shit. Which, I don't blame them, sort of. No, it's just my TV, okay. They could give less of a shit. Eighth minute. Probably. Nine minutes, 0-0 for St. Kitts versus the Bahamas. I saw it. I mean, the USA hasn't played their second friendly yet, but they got stomped out by Colombia. Mexico lost both their friendlies. Yeah, Canada lost 4-0 to the Netherlands, but they still drew the second best team in the world in France, in their own country. I don't know. To me, I mean, yeah, maybe that's a by default best result, but still, I mean, that's still big anyway. And I mean, I don't think the USA or Mexico would have done the same. I think Canada legitimately shot. Past the post, I'll be a goal kick. You know, I don't think the USA or Mexico would have done what Canada did against France. You put them in the same situation. I think they're at least letting up one or two. At least. Yeah, I don't think so either. India are eliminated World Cup qualifiers. India was robbed on the last match day versus the Qatar D team. Damn. Well, that sucks. Cross in. I mean, that kind of sucks. Playing forward, St. Kitts. Over the top. Cross. Shot saved. Will you cover Japan World Cup qualifiers, third round? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. If I was Jesse Marsh, I'd be forcing Canada to watch Miami versus El Salvador and Miami versus Rados from CCL so Canada could learn how to stop Messi. Good point. I thought he was retiring in this window, which still makes no sense to me considering it's still a World Cup qualifying cycle. So, I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know. Playing forward is St. Kitts, 11 minutes, still 0-0. Going forward, St. Kitts once again, cross in, find their way into the box, shot, header, goal, goal, goal. What a run. The rebound lands favorably to Ethan Bristow, and he heads it in. It's 1-0 St. Kitts. 12 minutes in. Makes the run himself. Ball falls straight to him off a rebound, and he heads it in. Good run, but that's all Bristow. All Bristow. Puts it center. Saved, but the rebound ends up on Bristow's forehead. And it goes into the net. Sometimes you got to do it that way, though, but it works out. Goal. 1-0. I mean, I don't know. Because some of the better ones go later. I couldn't do the later ones over the past week because, well, let's just say I was being considerate. So, yeah, 6 was probably the latest I could start one, and the better ones were about 8 o'clock. Second of all, Jamaica played at the same time as Canada. Both days Jamaica played. You think I didn't want to do Jamaica? So that shot me in the foot as well, is that the schedule was like, hey, Jamaica plays at 3 o'clock when Canada plays at 1. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that one either. And then the Sunday, Jamaica played at what? 4 when Canada played at 2? There was no time. I wanted to do the Jamaica games. I thought Trinidad games weren't too bad. Yeah, this does sort of suck. I'm not going to lie. But it's round 2 anyway. It's called I'm Star for Choice. Even if I'm being considerate, and even if I can't do Jamaica, I'm still Star for Choice. So, Canada versus Argentina, 2 or 3-0. 0-0. It'll end up being 1. Yes. It'll end up being 1, yes. Yes, because Holland is a League 2 Holland is a League 2 level player in general. Yes, he's good at finishing, he's good at scoring goals. Other than that, he's a League 2 level player. Just because he scores 40 goals a season, that's the only reason he's in the Prem. If he did not score 40 goals a season, he would not be in the Prem, or at least not at Man City. It also doesn't hurt that he's a Nepo baby. Erling Haaland is a Nepo baby who is an amazing finisher. He's not a good footballer. He's an amazing finisher who's a Nepo baby. There's a difference. Finishing-wise, yes. Actual football talent, no. No. Roy Keane was right. I don't care how you want to disagree with it. Roy Keane was right. Erling Haaland can finish better than 99% of people in the world. Goals, of course. Get your mind out of the gutter. Strange man wearing a hat, but he can't play. He can't play football. He can't play football. He has no football sense. Finishing wise, yes. Again, because technically, you know what? All that matters is the goals. Technically, all that matters is goals. And when you have somebody who can score 2 or 3 goals a game regularly, if he's completely healthy, he's also on a very good team. But if he's set up for 3 goals a game, shit. Aguero didn't do that, but what? Twice, 3 times a season? Like, yeah, Aguero tactically is better. Technically is better. Yes. Is he going... Seriously, if Haaland stays at Man City for 5 to 7 years, which I don't know if they will with a 115, but if he does, he's going to break Aguero's record, goal-scoring record, of course. Just because he's a shit footballer doesn't mean... What matters is he's very good at. Everything else, he's a shit footballer tactically, but that doesn't matter compared to the goals. He finds himself in the right position. He has a team that can pass him the ball, and he knows how to score goals. That's all that matters. Can he hold the ball up very well for like 30 yards? No. Can he really run? No. Does he have any techers? No. No. Is he basically the 2.0, 3.0 version of a hoofball striker? Pretty much. Like, you put him in a Tony Pulis team and he'd be perfect. Well, I don't know about that. But in theory, you put Erling Haaland in a Tony Pulis team, he's still going to score 30 goals. They just play way more beautifully to him instead of just hoof it over to his foot. There's a difference. You see, the only reason Haaland gets hype is the fact that, well, they just play the ball to him beautifully instead of over the top to his feet from like 30 yards. Like, there's a difference. Like, if they were just hoofing the ball over to him on a second ball, then no. He plays on a beautiful team. I think it's in the right position. But whatever. He can win Man City. He can win with Man City, but never Norway. Well, I agree with that. Duh. Norway don't have the players except Ødegaard. I just said Haaland can't do it himself. And Ødegaard can't be the only guy playing him the ball. There's like 30 people. Like, anybody on Man City can play him the ball. Anybody. Hell, even on the bench. Haaland or Endrick for right now. I mean, goal scoring, Haaland. Everything else, Endrick. Like, it's hard to say because, truthfully, like, Endrick is a talented Joe Boo. It's a Joe Boo t-shirt. It's very bad to steal Joe Boo's rum. Have you not seen Major League? It's Joe Boo. I've worn it on camera before. It's not the first time. Like, I've at least worn it on camera, like twice before? It's not the first time. Joe Boo. Endrick. How we doing, Mile Half? That's just that Jays Cardinals game I went to in May of 22. I love Major League. I saw it. I'm like, yes. Real Madrid attacker's a cheat code. Well, I haven't played for Real Madrid yet, but well, who's to say? I don't know. I don't know if he's going to start there. I don't know if he's going to start there. Corner for St. Kitts. I don't know. It may be one of those, like, what's it called? Get acclimated years for Endrick. But I think he'll have some memorable moments this year anyway. Yes. This upcoming season, yes. Header. Shot. Oh, what a save. I've seen Bull Durham before. Well, I mean, Bull Durham's also a very good movie. I like Bull Durham. Bull Durham's a great movie as well. Speaking of Bull Durham, Endrick is the football Bull Durham. Nuke Lelouch. I told you it'd be Monday. I did what I said. Endrick is the Nuke Lelouch of football. Now, who's going to be Crash Davis to him? I don't know. We'll find out. When you speak of me, speak well. Because Nuke Lelouch, with that groupie that Susan Sarandon played. Susan Sarandon was way older than Nuke. And Nuke was an idiot. And he was a simp for Susan Sarandon, which I don't blame him. Or Susan Sarandon's character, which I don't blame him. I totally understand. Like, Crash wasn't, and he still got her in the end. But Hendrick's girlfriend is older. I don't know how much of a let's say single-minded duty is. Morocco 6, Congo 0. Hey, you sent me down that. You brought up Bull Durham. And then you brought Hendrick's girlfriend up. So. And then somebody said she was older. I'm like, hey, that's a Bull Durham joke right there. 24th minute. That's past the post. Prediction on Whitecaps versus Wrexham. Ooh. Ooh. Whitecaps aren't as good this year, but it's going to be July. I'm going to say Wrexham 2-0. I'm going to give it to Wrexham. Today's Tuesday. The 13th is Thursday, the 13th. Because the 14th is the first match day. Italy plays on the 15th. But it would be stupid to put my Euro predictions out on the day it starts or after the first game's even played. Because that's probably how it would go. So, no, the 13th. And I'll have 14th off. Probably not. I think Leagues Cup's probably being played that day. I'm sure there's something that's better than that. Probably. I'll have to check the schedule. But what I do know, probably not. If I can, I will. When it's Friday the 13th. I don't know. It's not this month. There's what, 2 a year? Let's see. Saturday the 13th in July. August is Tuesday the 13th. September. Oh, September's the next Friday the 13th. There you go. You're welcome. Spain winning and Bellingham top scorer. Now, how's that work? Like, Bellingham is a false 9. Probably won't be for England. He's probably going to be more of a midfielder anyway, but more of a deep-seated midfielder. I mean, Bellingham's had a good season, but he's going to be put in a position where he might not be the top scorer. Spain, it'll probably be goals by committee. I'll agree with that. If they do win. I don't think they have that one locked-on goal scorer, but Cole Palmer. Like, I'd legitimately, with the way Southgate's going to play Bellingham, I'd rather put Cole Palmer as my top scorer. I'm not saying I'm picking an English player to be top scorer, but I'd rather pick Cole Palmer. Of Davies top scorer, Copa America. Fair. If he's playing the wing, even with Jesse Marsh's system, you might be right, though. Well, they already do that anyway. Like, what's the difference? I mean, they already do anyway. What's the difference? Eurosnobs are going to clown on MLS anyway. They do it anyway without no prompting. Like, what's the difference? 27th minute. You know what? I could yeah, I think Jude Bellingham's definitely Zidane level, or at least very close. I think he's definitely what Zidane used to be for Real Madrid. Cross in, shot wide. That'll be a goal kick. St. Kitts have had some really good chances since the goal, but they ain't done nothing. Bahamas have done even less. Thank God this isn't the one I'm reviewing. Yeah. Side foots it past the post when obviously a side foot would put it past the post. Lord have mercy on my soul. Lord have mercy on my soul. 28th minute. Good. He's still... No. Now. Gonzalez or Acevedo start is the question. No, Talarangel does not deserve to start. No, not after what the hell happened against Uruguay. No. I say Gonzalez. Twenty-ninth minute. Cross in. Nope, Peniotto wasn't there. I mean, Eminem's good. I like Eminem. But Tupac, Kendrick Lamar, Snoop Dogg. Yeah, no. I mean, Eminem's probably up there, but not number one, no. Hey, you can't win them all, can you? Spain champions, Mbappe top scorer. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, there's different traditions in the world, I would say, that tells you which is which. Yeah, I would agree with that. King Nuhu needs to score again, bro. I would put money on that. Probably not happening. Or if it does, I don't know, maybe it won't be for the Sounders. How's he still in Seattle at this point? Corner for St. Kitts. Font Mob self-score 265 are the only apps with Euro-specific special pages. Yep. I saw. Cross in. Header! Past the post. They're not playing till next year. The second round or the second match window of round 2 is not being played till next June. No. Why is that? The CONCACAF Nations League. September, October, November are group stage windows. Well, for League B and League C. For League A, I think a player got hurt. This isn't a rain delay. Water break. Okay. Hydration break. Either way. But September, October, November for most CONCACAF teams is a Nations League window. September, October for League A is group stage. November is the knockout, the quarterfinals. Next March is the final, the semifinals and finals of the Nations League for League A. I don't think there'll be a repechaje. That was just for the Copa. But similar format to last year's 23-24, which the first open international window would be June. Because January, of course, there'll be Camp Cupcakes and all that for the USA and maybe Canada and whatever. But March. So basically, the next 4 international windows are all Nations League. Post-Copa and post-Euros are Nations League. Cuba, Cayman Islands, postponed. Well, that's not the one I was covering anyway, so maybe it'd be nice to see him score. Let's see. England. I hate to admit it, but England. Rice, Bellingham, Madison. Anyone on the roster. But yeah, England, I think. 34th minute. 2-2 Aruba St. Lucia. Not too surprising. Yeah, I don't blame you either. I'm watching this game and I'm bored, so I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't blame you. Playing forward. The Boys Season 4 comes out in 2 days. Spain. I think England edges it. Should have covered the Aruba match, it seems. I think that started even earlier. 35th minute, so. Oh, no, that's a bad giveaway. Nope, St. Kitts will clear it away. St. Kitts really wants to lose this match. They have the goal, and they scored the first goal, but some of the stuff they've done, Jesus Christ. Oof, Maron. It's like they actually want to lose this match. Do you think France could win this year's Euros? Like, in theory, like on paper, they should. They'll somehow screw it up. Not because I think France sucks, and not because I think that Canada result matters anything to them. But it's kind of like the Switzerland situation from 21. Mbappe says the Euros are harder to play. I think that's a curse he shouldn't have said, because that's an idiot thing to say. I mean, he may not be wrong, but that feels like it's going to be one of those memed quotes. Cross in. Shot past the post. It feels like that's going to be one of those memed quotes. Like they're going to lose semi-embarrassingly in the Euros to get eliminated, and then somebody just starts plastering that Mbappe quote of, it's harder to win the Euros, which, actually, now I think about it, than the World Cup. Isn't that sort of a cell phone if people meme that? Like, I don't think that's the flex you think it is, actually. If somebody memes that quote, if France semi-embarrassingly loses. I don't think that's the flex you think it is. At least I don't think so. There's no Argentina to stop them. Yeah, in 2021, the Swiss stopped them. So, did the Swiss? No, they got 6-0 at the World Cup. So, by Portugal. So, Thoughts on the USMNT Panama match happening 10 minutes away from the presidential debate and at the same time? The shit show that might cause would be immense. That's all I'm going to say. Especially if the USA loses. Especially if the USA loses the football match. Like, the shit show that might just cause would be absolutely immense. I'm popping popcorn. I will say that day as well. If Panama beats the USA, I'm going to focus everything on USA Panama. I will do a RSR for that game, and I will freaking preempt the coverage I had for Uruguay Bolivia or whatever. Or no, Uruguay Bolivia. Yep, because USA might have just ruined themselves if that happens. For Italy versus Albania on the 15th, yes, I'll be live. Yes, I will review that. For Germany versus whoever on the first ever match of the tournament, no. 39th minute, 1-0. So I won't be live on the 14th. I told you Euros would be mostly Italy and Croatia. I told you. I know where my bread is buttered when it comes to the Europe portion. Italy and Croatia. There's a reason I did Morocco and nothing else for the AFCON. I know where my bread was buttered. It sort of worked back in January. Japan for the Asian Cup. Again, I know where my bread is buttered. That also worked. What about the finals? I'll do the final. I'll do the Euro final. Don't worry. Even if it's not Italy or Croatia, I'll do the Euro final, and maybe I'll do one of the semifinals. But then I'll do that. Don't worry. But playing forward. But for most of the tournament, it's going to be revolved around Italy, Croatia. If that connects from group stage match round 1 to the quarters, great. No. Hello, Connor. I mean, it's possible they win the shootout. I'm not going to say it's 100% likely. No, I don't think they are. I think they're going to win both games in Edmonton. I think they're going to get this round to 7. I think they're going to go to 7 in this Stanley Cup final. They just haven't scored. They need to lift the puck a little bit more, but they've had a lot of chances. It's just the fact that Bobrovsky's either saved the chances or the Oilers just have not. The luck hasn't fell their way. The Panthers have been the luckier team throughout both games. They scored 1. That's it. They got scored on 7 times. Point being is I do think the Oilers will get to 7. I think they'll end up getting to 7. I think there's more twists and turns to this series than you think. I don't think the Panthers are going to sweep it. I don't think they're going to win in 5. I think the series will go 6 or 7. I think it's going 7, but free kick here for St. Kitts in the 42nd minute. Still 1-0. Cross in. Header. Saved. Trinidad fans must be sitting a bit pretty right now. Why? St. Kitts are only beating Bahamas 1-0. I don't think Grenada's much better than St. Kitts. I don't think Grenada's much better than St. Kitts. So goal differential wise, I think Trinidad will be fine at the end of the window as long as they win their game against St. Kitts next June. After that, they got to sit there and just basically say, okay, do your worst, Grenada. Score as many goals as you can. But the more that Trinidad doesn't need to keep the Costa Rica game 3-0 or lower, the better. Like, Grenada technically might be better attacking-wise, as in how they like to push forward. St. Kitts has better quality players up top, or moving forward, than Grenada does. Shot blocked away, cleared. Very odd question. What's your favorite Halloween candy and candy in general? Ooh, favorite Halloween candy. Well, they lost 2 games away in Florida. You mean 1 game in Edmonton? Yeah. If they do, they're screwed. They have to win all 3 in Edmonton at the very least. Because after winning game 3 and 4, there's still 2 games in Florida. Like, after what I've seen, I don't like their chances of winning 2 games in Florida. They have to win all 3 in Edmonton. If this series goes 7, they have to win every one in Edmonton. Now, if they win 2, 3, 4, 5, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they win that 5th and Bahamas have a straight red or a second yellow that turns into a red card. Tilo is sent off, and it's a free kick for St. Kitts. And my tune might just change. I didn't know Ariana Grande was a hockey fan. I mean, good for her. I mean, St. Kitts are playing like trash. I agree. Cross in. But now they're up a man. They should be able to score more than 1 goal. 45th minute. Back to the question. Favorite Halloween candy? Oof. I mean, isn't that the same answer? I mean, I'm not going to say candy corn. Like, I don't hate candy corn like Mike Leach does, but it's a Halloween thing specifically. Like, I'll eat candy corn, but only like on Halloween and like the couple of days after, right? 2 minutes of stoppage time, 1-0. Like, but candy corn is not my favorite at all. But I think it's tolerable during Halloween. Tolerable during Halloween time. So, favorite candy, I love pink Starburst. Favorite Starburst. Red Starburst isn't bad either. Orange Starburst isn't bad. It's yellow Starburst that I'm not a fan of, but I love pink Starburst. If they were just all pinks, I would be absolutely over the moon. I like Skittles. I like Charleston Chews, those mini Charleston Chews. I don't like licorice. I like the Nerds, the Wonka Nerds. Yeah, I think that's Wonka. I like those Hubba Bubba gel tubes back in the day. I don't think they even sell those anymore, but I liked those. Like, it was like sour apple, cherry, like those gel Hubba Bubba tubes. I liked those. There's a 90% chance of teams winning the Stanley Cup by winning 2 games in a row. Oilers got to win game 3 to have a chance. The 3 Musketeers ain't bad. And it's halftime. 1-0 St. Kitts at the half. Let's see if they can score more goals in the second half up a man. We'll find out. But as of now, it is 1-0 at the half. 12th minute, header by Bristow. And that's what would do it. No, I just think that they're unlucky right now. Reese's, I'm not really a fan of Reese's. Reese's Pieces, yes. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, not really. I mean, they're not. I could get by with them, but not really. I love Kit Kat. Kit Kats are awesome. I love Kit Kat bars. I love them. It just seems very, to me, it just seems very industrialized. Like, it tastes like castor oil, especially black licorice, red licorice. Like, it tastes like chewable plastic. It's not. And then black licorice tastes like oil that was turned into a chewable well, oil is plastic, but it tastes like oil, castor oil. It's disgusting. Red licorice is a little bit more tolerable, but you need more of a cherry flavor to make it tolerable. Like, it's not the chewy portion. It's the more fact that it feels like it's chewy plastic and there's no. I don't eat it regularly, but if you've done it at least once, you'll remember. Like, you'll remember what that tastes like. Like, it's something you'll remember, and it's not great. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, same sort of gelatin thing. What's the most underrated candy? You know, Haribo's. Haribo Gold Bears. I like Haribo's. Like, I'll agree. I mean, this candy thing really is a Mike Leachian topic. But I'll agree. I like Haribo. I think Haribo gummy bears, Haribo Gold Bears, they're underrated. They're very underrated, I would have to say. Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Haribo Gold Bears, they're underrated. Hershey's, I mean, yeah, I like Hershey's. I like chocolate bar. Like, I like Hershey's. I like Crackle, actually. See, now, you want to talk underrated. Crackle. Hershey's Crackle. What you know about that? Like, Hershey's Crackle. What you know? That's underrated. Like, I like Crunch Bars, but I think Crackle's just a bit better. Milky Way, I like Milky Way. Twizzlers are licorice, so no. No. Max Crepo looked at my story. Nice. Nice. You know, about Clark bars. Never had one. Never had one. Never had one. Reese's Cups, my favorite. No. No, because I'm not really a fan of nuts. Especially not in a candy bar. Like, peanut butter's okay, but, like, I just don't. I like boiled peanuts. I know, crazy. Crazy, I know. But I don't like Almond Joy. Like, in a candy bar, nuts is just. Yeah, no. But I'm also not going to buy a jar of Planters peanuts and, like, eat them that way. Now, I do love boiled peanuts. Like, Peanut Patch or whatever. Like, I think that's the brand. But, like, those cans of boiled peanuts at, like, Walmart, like the bigger ones, you just boil them for, like, 3 minutes. Like, I love boiled peanuts. Then again, they're not as, well, of course, they're not crunchy. They're boiled. But, you know, don't knock it till you try it. But, like, peanut butter's great. I like boiled peanuts. But I'm not going to eat a candy bar with peanuts in it or any nuts for that matter. And I'm not really going to eat a tin of roasted Planters peanuts either. You know? I know it's weird, but I know it's weird, but you know, whatever. Airheads are underrated. I agree. Oh, Sour Patch Kids. Speaking of underrated, Sour Patch Kids. What you know, I used to love Sour Patch Kids. Like, for a while there, like in grade 5, grade 6, I had like this giant bag of Sour Patch Kids. Oh, it's over there. I just barely drank it, but it's over there. I just barely drank it on camera. Warheads. Like those Warhead sprays. Yeah. Oreos. I love Oreos, but that's more of a snack than a candy to me. But I do love Oreos. Oreos. Andy's. Oh no. I'm not really a fan of mint, so to speak. Besides, again, that's not exactly a candy. That's a mint. Mints aren't candy to me as well, but I'm not really a fan of mint either. Also, like fudge brownies, candy are delicious too. With that being said, we'll take a short break and then have to talk about the stats. Get this one going. Sit tight. I'll be back. I'm having more fun talking about candy than talking about this match. That shows you how boring it is. Sit tight. I'll be back. the second half. Yes, they're winning 1-0. Sadly enough, they could be winning by more. I'd use the tactics board. They ain't giving me shit. They ain't giving me shit. Stats of the half. 64% possession to 36% possession. 12 shots to 3. 6 shots on goal to 1. 172 accurate passes, 83% to 85, 71%. Second half's about to start. 7 fouls to 8. 9 corners to 2. 12 shots to 3. 6 shots on goal to 1. We got 206 passes to 120. 83% pass accuracy to 71. 11 throws to 4. 2 offside to 1. 0 yellow cards, 0 red cards to 1. It's 1-0 St. Kitts. But Jesus Christ, this game is being played like it's an amateur Sunday football league. This is horrible. This is horrible. I mean, it's June. He might be out. I don't know. I know my alma mater high school just graduated, because normally their graduation is on Champions League final day. So, I mean, it is mid-June. I would hope, unless you're in New York, that's I don't think that's that bad of a winter though. So, I told you Monday. Yeah, I did on Monday. So there you go. See Ballard beat Chivas U23. I did not see that. 1-0 St. Kitts with the second half starting. Bahamas playing forward. Tyrese Shade is on for Amory. Playing forward is Bahamas. Down a man as well. Let's not forget that. Ballard is a Seattle USL League 2 side that won USL League 2 a couple of years ago. I think it was 2022. I think. If 904 was still here, he'd correct me. 46 minute. Thoughts on the time Jamaica beat Mexico 7-0. Now, when the hell? I must not have been alive for that to happen. That just... What? I don't even know how that would have been possible. Mexico must have played a really crappy team, and that must have been before I was born. Hell, I didn't even know that. They memory hold that so heavily, I didn't even know that happened. So there you go. 3-0 USL League 2 side. Ballard won 3-0. Yeah, 3-9 would be like, Chivas has got a good academy. 9? You sure about that? 3-0. I mean, Chivas is known for their cantera. I would have thought there wouldn't be 3-9, but I mean, Mexico beating Trinidad 7-0. Well, that makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Mexico U23, they didn't do well in France. They're playing for 5th place. Well, how many teams are in the tournament? How many teams are in the Ravello tournament? How many teams? Tell me, how many teams? Peoria played Chivas and missed a pen 0-0 yesterday. Peoria? Talking about Peoria, Illinois? Talking about Peoria, Illinois? Shit. You're telling me. Well, Peoria ain't far. It's pretty, it's about 2 hours. Oh, Sean Johnson got his contract extended with TFC. Nice. I do not disagree with you. Shot! Saved. I do not disagree with you. Ten teams. Okay, that's horrible. That's 50%. But again, I don't disagree at all. Man with taste. I like it. Peoria USL2. Peoria, Illinois has a USL2 team. How did I not know about this? I could have seen Chivas' freaking Cantera playing Peoria. I could have went 2 hours and seen that. Damn. Shit, that would have been. Okay. They beat South Korea and France in penalties, lost against Ivory Coast. Yeah, that's horrible. Well, you know what? France and South Korea in penalties. Actually, you know what? In context, not that bad. Losing to the Ivory Coast, though? Okay, no, that's bad. 49th minute, cross in by Bahamas. Okay, no. I need to say this. How the hell are the Bahamas playing better now with down a man than when they were equal? This makes no sense. Defeated Saudi Arabia. Well, there you go. That's good too. That's really good. Well, then again, the men, the senior team did, so yeah, the U20's better. There was a total meltdown of Mexico's press when they lost 4-0. The worst thing to happen to Liga MX was only losing by 1 goal to Brazil. They now feel like everything's back to normal, so no changes. Man, I remember after the Colombia or the Uruguay game, they're like, oh, Jimmy Lozano's going to quit if he lost to Brazil. Then they came back from 2-0 down, then lost 3-2. You don't hear a damn peep. It's like, oh, it's fine. I'm like, didn't he say he'd quit if he lost to Brazil? He lost to Brazil. Like, where's Aguirre? Like, isn't Aguirre supposed to... I know he's there as a consultant, but I know exactly what Aguirre is. A break glass in case of emergency option. Which what that means is when Jimmy F's up enough, Aguirre's the manager of the men's national team. And the L3. Like, you're not going to bring in Vasco Aguirre to be just a consultant. You know damn well that he's at least going to be the interim when Jimmy screws up enough. I thought maybe they'd break the glass before Copa and say, screw it, we're just going to break the glass now. And then maybe go for Almada after, but no. Interesting. They were playing World Cup qualifiers. They played the Dominican Republic and Dominica this window because, they had to play World Cup qualifiers because they're not the big three. Same as Panama had to play qualifiers, which may not be a good thing, and Costa Rica, which may not be a good thing in general. I mean, yes, Jamaica won both their games, but they're not playing CONMEBOL or Europe level opposition. But again, they have to earn their way to the World Cup, and they earn their way into the Copa. So again, it's sort of they're in a worse position because they're not the big three. Same thing with Panama and Costa Rica, but Panama's results worry me. I'm not going to lie, especially the Montserrat game where they didn't really play that well. Yeah, they scored 3 goals, but they didn't really play that well. Maybe they're saving it more for the Copa and they're trying not to get anybody hurt and they know they can win these games with minimal effort. Okay, but it doesn't really look good on you if you're using minimal effort, but that's just my opinion. That's true. No. That's the storyline, but I definitely am envious of Dom. I'm not going to lie. Because if you don't say I wish that was me, you are blind. Lol. I agree with that. Probably. You know what? Yeah, we'll go there. Mr. Fubar, Lucas Cavallini. That's my first answer. Noah Allen. Okay, no. Yeah, that's a better answer. USA. I mean, at least Vasco Aguirre is a good interim. At least Guillermo Almada would actually probably be, I wouldn't say the answer, but he would do a pretty damn good job with L3. Greg Berhalter has the U.S. Federation in a chokehold. And if they do lose a guy like BJ Callahan to the Nashville SC job, whether he's interim or not, whether they actually have enough of Greg before the tournament and they had such a bad performance against both Colombia and Brazil that they're like, you know what, might as well hire BJ for the Copa and let him roll it. And then they lose him to the Nashville job, that's a problem. Who the hell else are they going to go for? Jesse Marsh has the Canada job. He's not going to leave Canada after 2 months just because it's the U.S. job. I don't think he would. I think he's still got something to prove. He's got to still give them the middle finger before that. Well, I agree with that. Yeah, Qatar D team beat India. I saw that. Balogun, not great. But Fubar and Noah Allen are worse. Probably. For your sake, I hope you're right. Playing forward, still 1-0, 55th minute. Oh, there it is. Jesus. And there's one that FIFA's going to use against Mexico for be like, see what we mean? There's one. Well, FIFA's going to use that one for Mexico, against Mexico. Be like, see what we mean? Do they forget to play or their tactics only work on Mexico? You know, Mexico sucks so bad that, yeah, maybe their tactics only work on Mexico. I think that's what's kept Greg Berhalter in the job long enough is that he dominates Mexico. That's it. That's it. Because, Jesus Christ, his win record against top 20 teams besides Mexico is 7%. 7%. Chris Armas had a better winning percentage with Toronto FC, and he only won 2 games. Double 7%. You know how bad you have to be. I mean, I get they're top 20 nations, but if you take the Mexico games out, and it's not cherry picking, it's true. 7%. By the way, the USA are what, 9th? So they're in the middle of that top 20 list. It's not like they're a 40th ranked team playing top 20 teams like Canada. No. Oh, besides, speaking of, Canada just drew France. Number 2 in France. I don't need to hear no damn excuses. Like, but USA is only 9th playing top 20 teams that are above them. And that's a goal. Nope. No, I think that's a foul. That's a free kick the other way. That's a free kick the other way for Bahamas. That was the point, not the goal. It's the goal kick. But the ball did hit the back of the net. It's just it didn't count. St. Kitts really can't win, can they? Worst manager in CONCACAF history. Bob Bradley. Bob Bradley. And we're going to go with it, Bob Bradley. But again, I don't want to hear excuses from the U.S. fans. I legitimately don't. Because, seriously, 7% is honestly impossible of a winning percentage to have. Like, what, 20, 25 games against top 20 opposition? That's not Mexico, and it's 70% or 7%. 7%. Like, I suck at math, and I never got 7% on a math test. Like, I'm horrible at math. I at least got 40s. But again, Canada came off a 4-0 loss to Netherlands, playing in France, playing the number 2 team in the world. I don't care if they're playing at half steam. They have 3 11s that could dominate Canada. They should have still kicked our ass. They played their best 11. I don't care if you're playing at half steam. They still should have kicked our ass. Like, you don't get the context. They were playing their best 11. Besides Kylian Mbappe, and we still forced them to play Mbappe, and they still couldn't kick our ass. Beniatu off for Rogers. I'm going to take that as a win. I don't care if it's half steam. Olivier Giroud is still Olivier Giroud. Antoine Griezmann is still Antoine Griezmann. N'Golo Kanté is still N'Golo Kanté. Mbappe is still Mbappe. I don't care if you're playing at half steam. A team like Canada should still be an easy win. Do you not even remember? Do you even remember what happened against Japan in Japan? And I know Biello's a worse manager than Marsh, but Japan's not as good of a team as France on paper. I'll admit that. And they got 4-1. They go to France. Hell, France is not is a better team on paper than Netherlands. And guess what? The France is the one we drew. 10 times 10 is 100. I could do that. See, I can multiply. I can do simple division. I can add. I can subtract. I'm very good at geometry and patterns and probability. It's when you start giving me algebra and shit and slope, algebra and slope intercept and factorials and whatever the shit. That's the problem. Parabolas, slope intercept form, simplifying fractions. I could do 10 times 10 is 100. Canada are back. I agree with that. Chouameni and Camavinga better. I'll agree with that. But I'm still a big fan of N'Golo Kanté for the Chelsea era. You know, I mean, I'll always still be a big fan of N'Golo Kanté, but, you know, I'll agree with that. Oh, no. I don't know that. I do not know that. So, I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try. You don't have to worry about that. I have no idea about square roots. I'm not even going to try. And even if I did know, I forgot it because I graduated 5 years ago. If I remembered any, well, yes, I would probably, no. Yeah, see, I didn't really learn anything in advanced math. I would have remembered it because I remember everything. See, I didn't learn shit. See, I didn't learn shit. Or at least correct. .60 minute. I didn't learn. So, yeah, I don't even know how I ended up in advanced math classes for soft grade 10, 11, and 12. I don't know how. And I don't know how I kept myself in there. And besides, we only needed 9 semesters or 6 semesters of math. I tried not to take math my senior year. They forced it down my throat. Advanced Algebra 2. Yeah, that was my worst year. That was hell. That was hell. First semester wasn't as bad. Second semester, I mean, I think got a C in the end, but Jesus Christ, it was touch and go there for a while, especially in the second semester. I mean, first semester started a bit touch and go, but it was my first class of the day for both. semesters. So I went into the class early to get some extra help, and that worked out. But sadly enough, my second semester teacher had an early bird class, so I could not do that in the second semester, and it was very much more touch and go. But for some reason, even though I was bad at math, my second semester teacher appreciated me for some reason. He didn't hate me or didn't. Yeah, I will say, yeah, didn't hate me because there were some people in that class he didn't like. But I mean, that class was a little bit chaotic. I'm not gonna lie. The people in that class was a little bit chaotic. But I was a good student. It was just that I was horrible at math. Maybe that's why he didn't hate me. But hey, whatever. 65th minute. See, that's how boring this game is. You're getting anecdotes now. Jesus Christ. 1-0 St. Kitts. You're getting anecdotes about how I perceived my teachers to treat me. Darwizzy ignoring the annoying kick streamer Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty is a degenerate. Jack Doherty is a degenerate son of a. I won't go there. Finish it yourself. Jack Doherty is a degenerate son of a. Finish that yourself. Well, I mean, I graduated the year before COVID, so I was in class. So, I feel sorry for the COVID kids. It's like, I got out at the right time, you know? Like, I got out just in the perfect time because the next year, I feel sorry for the people who were my friends in 2020 and 2021 because they got fucked by COVID. Like, I felt sorry for them. I'm like, shit, I got a prom, I got a good graduation. They didn't get shit. I'm like, damn. It hurts. I mean, it really does. Like, I'm like, damn. If I was a year younger and pulled the same thing I did, or it went the same way it did, man, I'd feel bad for them. You know, they got fucked. Like, point being, they got, you know, I feel sorry for them. Yeah, even 21 did to a certain extent. I'm like, yeah. But the funny thing, I think I told this story on Champions League final day. Like in 2019, it basically was like I had my graduation, walked home, got out of my dress clothes, put on like my t-shirt and stuff, and then watched a Champions League final between Liverpool and Tottenham. That was a good day. I won't lie. Now the game sucked. I mean, I won't lie. I mean, Liverpool-Tottenham sucked. Like, that was a horrible football match. That was, I mean, this is worse, but that wasn't a good match. For what I thought it could have been, it was a bad match. I think I'm more disappointed. I was more disappointed in that Liverpool-Tottenham match because I expected way more. This, I'm not too surprised it sucks. It sucks, but I'm not surprised. Like, I'm not surprised this is where we're going. I mean, Liverpool-Tottenham, though, that was disappointing. That was, like, heavily disappointing. Like, I expected 4-3, you know. I expected a 4-3 game, 7-goal thriller, you know. I mean, did we not see how Tottenham got there against Ajax? I mean, that was a pretty dynamic team that last year with Poch. So, I don't know. But Mr. Beast asked I show speed if he's Ronaldo or Nunez because Darwin misses a lot of chances. Yeah. Unlike CR7. Well, yeah, we know Darwin's a missed chance merchant. We know. Oldest person here? Rio. I think he's the oldest person here. Youngest? I don't know why, but Alex gives me youngest person vibes. Either him or Rebel. But Alex gives me gives me Skibbity vibes, you know? Like somebody who would laugh at Skibbity Toilet unironically, you know? That's all how I can put it. I don't know. Cross in, blocked away. I'm being honest. I know Rebel. Well, Rebel could be. It's 1-0. Nobody scored a goal since Ethan Bristow in the 12th. I could see you laughing at brain rot unironically and like the bad brain rot. I'm not talking about that Clax guy. That may be brain rot, but he's actually hilarious. Like that Clax guy on TikTok, the guy who does the Mr. Belding thing. I'm not going to lie. For some reason, like the way he delivers it, it's actually hilarious. But there's a lot of brain rot, like Gen Alpha brain rot, that I'm just like, how is this even unironically funny? Like how? Like how? That makes sense to me. I will gladly keep watching Happy Tree Friends. Okay? What you know about Happy Tree Friends? And yes, no, Happy Tree Friends, I laughed at like a madman. Yeah, I knew you were. I think I knew you were older than me, actually. But speaking of Clax's brain rot, he reposted the first one, and then I got hooked. So it's Winvo's fault. It's Winvo's fault. Happy Tree Friends isn't brain rot. I didn't say it was brain rot. I just said it was Gen Z's version of what's the word? Very surrealistic comedy, but very dark. Which that's my humor is dark humor and surrealistic. It's surrealistic. But somebody could make the argument Happy Tree Friends is brain rot, or at least Gen Z brain rot. I could see the argument. But I love Happy Tree Friends. That show. Okay, how about Angry Video Game Nerd? You want to talk? Okay, that may be a little bit more. Brain rot. Especially some of the episodes, like, I don't know, Bugs Bunny's birthday blowout. That's brain rot. Angry Video Game Nerds, probably more brain rot, but I still love AVGN. Some of the episodes. Oh, and Board James. Mr. Bucket. Mr. Bucket. Look up the Mr. Bucket Board James episode. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. It is amazing. Mr. Bucket. You have like 2 hours in between both matches. Legitimately, look up the Mr. Bucket Board James episode. It is, oh my God. I still go back to it at least twice a year. It's hilarious. Like, I would buy, ironically, I would buy the game Mr. Bucket just because of that episode. Just because of that. And if it does become haunted and, well, you'll watch the episode. Watch the episode. Because you put, like, plastic balls into the bucket, the top of the Mr. Bucket. So it turned out that it wanted to, well, you can see where this is going, right? You can see where this went, right? It's a haunted, it's a haunted type video. You can see where this is going, right? 75th minute. It didn't want the plastic balls. It wanted. I'll lead a horse to water. I ain't going to say the rest. It's very bad to steal Jobu's rum. Very bad. 75th minute. Wait a minute. I think you can figure that one out yourself. I think if baseball's the turn of phrase, that's a little bit too big, but you know, if that's a turn of phrase, Coca-Cola, of course. Yeah. It's just $77th minute. Still 1-0. Ten Hog staying at United. Good, because honestly, I don't think they could have upgraded. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they could have upgraded. I don't think they could have upgraded. Shot! Past the post. This game is pain. This game is legitimately pain. I want to rip my hair out. Well, I really can't. I just got a haircut. There's not much to rip. But, you know, that's not a good thing. Ten Hag being at United's not a good thing if you want to see him mid-table. What would have been a good thing is if they hired a guy like, I don't know, Kieran McKenna. And that's not a slot on Kieran McKenna, but he just got promoted 2 times in a row from the League One to the Premier League. To me, that sounds like, I don't know, at least a couple of years of mid-table like Arteta was before they get good, you know? So, to me personally, you would rather want Kieran McKenna. Ten Hag or Tuchel. I mean, I'd personally pick Tuchel, but I'm biased. So, I miss Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea. If he can't be at Chelsea, I'd want him to dunk on them every single time he could because they should have never fired Thomas Tuchel. He got railroaded because Todd Bowley's a fucking idiot. No, I'm going to say it. He's a fucking idiot. Todd Bowley is a fucking idiot. Point blank, period. He gives Americans and North Americans in football a bad name. That idiot. That brainless bastard. Jadon Sancho was gone anyway. I hate to tell you. He was gone anyway. Ineos said he's gone no matter what. They're selling him. He's gone. Or maybe loaned out back to Dortmund for another year. But either way, he's gone. Gone. He's done. Doesn't matter if it's Ten Hag or some other dude. He's gone. Even if it was a new manager, who's to say, even if that new manager went to bat for him, he'd still be gone. I don't know if they have to sell anybody or they just want to get rid of him. I don't know. But I'll look it up. But that just sounds horrible. Or harsh, I should say. Scorpion kick. Try to clear the ball. Goes into the goal. Actually, why would you knowingly... See, the problem with that is why would you knowingly scorpion kick the ball into your own goal? Now, I've seen people clear the ball with a scorpion kick. Maybe he went backwards thinking it was going to go past the post and it went in. But even then, I think you know better, at least in the macro, to not scorpion kick the ball. But that's just my opinion. It's my opinion. I don't see how that's possible. I really don't. Unless the ball, what I think's more possible is he was trying to clear the ball, but the ball bounced the opposite way. Now, that's what I would think happened. Now, does that seem like a very bad failure of the laws of physics? Yes, I think. But, 81st minute corner. I don't know. I just don't see how you could scorpion kick a ball in your own box. Like, going that way. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, how about just kick the ball away? Guardian football has one. Cross in. Guardian football, hit the top corner. Yeah, that doesn't seem like an errant kick either. I mean, if it's going to hit the top corner, that doesn't seem errant to me. So, or at least errant to the fact he went this way. He went this way and it went that way. It can bounce the opposite way. No, I don't think it was like that. So, no, he was facing this way and he went, he went this way instead of that, or this way. He went that way and it went top. He meant to do that shit. No, he meant to do that shit. Festus Biassy is the dude that owned gold. No, he meant that shit. Match fixing. That sounds like match fixing to me. You know what? Screw it. Let's look it up right now. Screw it. That's some more to playing forward. That's a save. You know what? That seems to me some more interesting than this. Let's do it. Festus. Well, it won't show up on the whatever. Still 83rd. It's 83rd minute. 12 years ago. Oh, this is brand new. Header off the post. Oh, my God. Okay, here we go. Oh, my. He wasn't even looking at the ball. What was he even? He's trying to put it over the bar? That was more of a chip. He chipped his own keeper. I mean, awesome goal. technically, that's great. That's great technical ability. But he wasn't even looking at the ball. No. I can't say, with the way that looked, I can't say that's match fixing. What I can say is what game state tells you, you know what, I'm going to reverse scorpion kick a ball, not even look at it, and chip my own keeper. Like, I guess he was thinking he was trying to put it over the bar, but he didn't have enough power on it. So I guess the theory of he tried to put it over the bar or put it wide, but there wasn't enough power, not enough torque on it to, I guess that's the theory. You know what? I got an idea. Let's call the next one chip challenge a scorpion chip. That's genius. Like the worst ever chip you could eat, or hottest ever chip you could eat, scorpion chip. Because a scorpion sting is that burns. It burns. So I've heard. I don't know. I've never been stung by a scorpion. I don't ever want to be. But I've heard. Terrell on for Sawyers. Taquan Terrell for St. Kitts. The hero that won them the penalty shootout at the play-in, the Gold Cup prelim last year. Let's not forget about that. 1-0 St. Kitts. How the hell, seriously though, how the hell are you going to be up a man and not score more than one goal? Actually, they didn't even score a goal up a man. The one goal they scored was the 12th minute. They've been up a man for a half. 45 minutes. A little bit over. And they haven't scored a goal. It hasn't been 2-3-0 since they went up. Oh, great. The Brewers pitcher tonight against the Jays is a AAA pitcher making a spot start with a 5.17 ERA. You know damn well what's about to happen. The Toronto Blue Jays are going to get one hit by a freaking 5.17 AAA pitcher. Lord have mercy in my heart. This is not going to be fun. 86 minutes. Thank God I'm not watching. Let's see if anybody else in the Jays Reddit thinks the same. Cap tipping incoming. There it is. No hitter incoming. There it is. I'm sure he'll pitch like Cy Young tonight. There it is. Preemptively tipping my cap for this guy. 87th minute. Only got 5 minutes left. So either the bats wake up, they pepper the F out of him, or Buddy proceeds to have the game of his life and shuts out the Jays. Probably has a no-hit to the 7th. No in-between here. We may score 2 runs on the road. Whoop-de-doo. So you're saying there's a chance. No hitter for sure. Are we going to make him look like a Cy Young candidate? 3 hits through 7 scoreless. Everybody else thinks it. Okay. Shot. Everybody else thinks it. Oh, here's a Qatar-India clip on Reddit Soccer. Hold on. Speaking of. Most honorable goal ever. Header set. Oh! And then the keeper lost the ball. And then it was tapped in by a Qatari team. A back heel. A back heel out of the keeper's hands. Oh, no, it went past the line. I see, okay. Playing forward. I see it went past the line, but it was back heeled in and then scored. Yeah, I think India actually got robbed. I'm not going to lie. Corner, 88th minute, 1-0. I think they got robbed. I think that went out. That should not have counted. Corner for St. Kitts in the 89th minute. Corner, taken, crossed in, header. Nope, not even touched. 1 minute to go. Speaking of India, Nevis Girault has signed with an Indian team in that league. Wow, that's a fall from grace. That is a fall from grace. Nevis Girault signed with an Indian team. That is a fall from grace. Yeah, I would say so. That's a fall. From MLS to India. From being one of the hottest scorers in MLS during MLS's back and parts of 2020 before he blew out his knee to playing in India. Man, I hate it for him. Damn, I hate it for him. 90th minute. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Man, I remember when Nevis Girault was one of the hottest scorers in MLS. Legitimately, I remember. Oh, look, there we go. Here's some good news. Club Atletico Morelia acquires the rights to Monarcas brand and logo. Monarcas is back, baby. Shot past the post. Monarcas is back, baby. I mean, he is the third best goal scorer of all time internationally, at least men-wise. Now, of course, overall, Christine Sinclair has more goals than him, so I think Cristiano Ali Dai. I think it's Christine Sinclair, Abby Wambach, Cristiano Ali Dai, right? And then Chetri. So I would think, yeah, I think so. 3 minutes to go. Morelia's back. Monarcas will never die. Against Bhutan, obviously. Hey, if you score goals, you score goals. What, you want to act like Erling Haaland's one of the best players in the world, even though all he can do is score goals? Well, I'll say the same thing. If you can score goals, you can score goals. If that's how you want to play it, that's how we'll play it, okay? If you can score goals, you can score goals. That's how we'll play it. It looks like it. Yes, it will be. Well, I mean, in theory. Well, no, Ali Dai played in Asia as well, so Middle East, yes, but in the AFC. So, technically, no. 2 minutes. Goals. Point being is if Erling Haaland's one of the best players in the world, goals really matter, which that's what wins you games is goals. I'll give you that. What wins you games is goals. Human Son and Park Ji-sung are better. I'll agree with that. I didn't say I believe Chetri was the best Asian player of all time. Again, Ali Dai is better. Human Son is better. Park Ji-sung is better. Nakamura is better. Like, there's at least 4 players better than Chetri. One minute to go. Header. Kaisuke Honda, yeah. Yeah, he's up there. I don't know if he's obviously better, but yeah, he's up there. Seconds to go. Shot saved. Hey, good news for Trinidad. I don't think Grenada will beat Bahamas that badly either. Maybe a little bit worse, but not as good as what Trinidad did. If St. Kitts can only win 1-0 up a man, Grenada ain't much better than St. Kitts. So Kim Min-jae is better. Well, he's a center back. There's a different level to that. Shot played forward. Still 1-0. Shot. Headed away. Blow the damn whistle. Let's just get this over with. And it's full time. St. Kitts wins 1-0 against the Bahamas. They finished their window with a win. Wasn't great, but it'll do. 1-0. With that being said, if you like this stream, like, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us a playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you at 7 o'clock. I think it's 7 o'clock. So 6:55. No. Hold on. Let me see. It's either 7 or 8. Yep, it's 6:55 for 7 o'clock for Dominican Republic versus the British Virgin Islands. Live and review for that match. And there you go. So we will be back in a couple of hours. But right now, take a little bit of a rest. Go eat some dinner. I'll probably wait. I don't know, but it's you can do what y'all want. Me, I'll probably wait a little bit. I'll wait till probably after the second match. But with that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. I'll see y'all later. And St. Kitts with a 1-0 win. Wasn't great, but it got done. With that being said, I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later.